Good morning, and welcome to another segment of the Werff Report for January 26th. Keep America vigilant till 24. It's all coming out. Former Rep. George Santos spoke to James O'Keefe following the recent expose on the powers that be in trapping and blackmailing members of Congress to control how they vote. And he says it's the chiefs of staff and legislative directors who are wielding all the power and issuing the voting suggestions, even saying he was told that if he didn't vote for McCarthy for Speaker, he would not be seated after he was elected. He also has exposed what he called orgy hotspots beneath congressional buildings. The judge in the Trump case brought by corrupt Fani Willis wants to privately review 2 letters the DA's office received from the White House during the Trump witch hunt. 25 states now join Texas against the federal government in securing the state's border. The Georgia Ethics Committee passes a bill that would remove Brad Raffensperger from the Board of Elections and allow them to investigate independently. WWE founder Vince McMahon is accused of sex trafficking, and Trump aide Peter Navarro is sentenced to prison for not complying with the sham January 6 committee. First to the WWE, where former employee Janelle Grant has filed a federal lawsuit saying founder Vince McMahon pushed her into a sexual relationship in exchange for a job after her parents died and she was unemployed, quote, greeted her in his underwear, touched her, repeatedly asked for hugs. She also says that McMahon shared explicit photos of her with other WWE employees and wrestlers and, quote, recruited individuals to have sexual relations with her, even saying that McMahon sexually assaulted her while colleagues were busy at their desks. Guess it runs quite deep, doesn't it, folks? Next, to former Trump aide Peter Navarro, who was denied the defense of executive privilege by a corrupt judge, who has now sentenced him to 4 months in prison for defying a bogus subpoena from the sham January 6 committee, whose members deleted many of their records for some reason. Navarro immediately filed an appeal. In Georgia, Judge McAfee in the Fani Willis Trump case will review 2 letters privately that were sent from the White House to her office amid her Trump witch hunt. At the same time, the Georgia Senate Ethics Committee has passed Senate Bill 358, which would remove corrupt Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger from the Board of Elections, grant the committee authority to investigate him and local election officials for election law violations, and grant the election board the power to hire its own investigators rather than rely on Raffensperger and his office. The bill is expected to easily pass the Senate and really both chambers, so we'll see what happens there. It should have been done 3 years ago. Same with this next story. After an estimated 22 million illegals have entered the U.S., Governor Greg Abbott has now decided to get serious about the border crisis after all the new Democrat voters are here, including a convicted terrorist we previously showed you video of saying we would soon learn who he was, who has now been reportedly identified as terrorist Mavsum Samadov. He is the leader of a banned Islamist party and was recently released from prison on January 19, 2023. Anyway, I digress. 25 states shown in the map on your screen are supporting Texas against the federal government against the invasion at the southern border. Abbott deployed about 30 miles of razor wire near Eagle Pass, Texas, and the corrupt U.S. Supreme Court sided with the Biden regime. Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton appear to be pushing forward anyway, and Abbott has declared an invasion under Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3. Abbott stated, quote, the destruction of Texas's border barriers will not help enforce the law or keep American citizens safe. This fight is not over, and I look forward to defending our state's sovereignty. President Trump issued a statement on Truth Social supporting Texas, saying, quote, we encourage all willing states to deploy their guards to Texas to prevent the entry of illegals and to remove them back across the border. And quote, when I am president, on day 1, instead of fighting Texas, I will work hand in hand with Governor Abbott and other border states to stop the invasion, seal the border, and rapidly begin the largest domestic deportation operation in history. Amen. May God bring it about and fast. We know what this is about, folks. It's about diluting the American vote with the votes of illegals. That's why states are now blurring the lines to either allow mishaps, so illegals end up voting and they'll say it was an error, or some states are working to let illegals vote outright by changing the law. Either way, it's a massive plot against our elections and our country. I just wish they got this serious before 22 million got in. Makes you question a lot. Now, to more information on a bombshell story we brought you this week on how congressional members don't freely get to decide how they vote. They are lured into compromising situations by the powers that be so they can be blackmailed on how they vote, which equates to a corrupt shadow government pulling all the strings. Now, the ones wielding all of this power and issuing these suggested votes, which are not really suggestions at all, have been revealed, and it's a great day for America. Want to keep watching? YouTube continues to ban our channel and remove our truthful reporting, previously labeling our content as, quote, harmful to the public. Support us and sign up for full segments at thewerffreport.com, where we can say exactly what we want without the censorship or suppression. Only $6.99 a month or $49.99 a year. You can also make a one-time donation by clicking the new donate button at the top right corner of thewerffreport.com to donate any amount you like and support us even more. We truly can't do this without you, so please support us today. Go to thewerffreport.com to sign up or donate. God bless you all, God bless President Trump, and God bless America.